What's going on, Cowboys? Welcome back to the live stream. It's another Tuesday at CNFT Tuesdays, where we talk all about CNF Cardano's NFT population or community. Sometimes I like to talk about any other kind of NFTs, or it depends on where the conversation goes. Really, the show is up to you. We've got some amazing guests coming on tonight, some old ones, some new ones, and I'm just really excited to get to chatting with everyone here. So, big shout out to CNFT J Hub. Do you have a new profile pic right there? I'm not sure if I recognize that one. Resin, Mike Thomas, Mike Thomas, you need a profile picture, man. The Cuban mutants. Okay, mutants are in here. Green Fingers, good to see you, of course. Good to see everybody in here. Five Hacks Shacks. So good to see you too, guys. We've got a lot of people in here, and so we're gonna bring you guys in one at a time. Let's bring on one of our first guests here. Let me see. Where's my? Okay. This man always spits higher knowledge. He'll get you the paper like he was in college. He's raising the bar. Stick with him, you'll go far. He's proven himself like high mileage. He is the one, the only crypto warden. Ethan, welcome to the channel.
Cowboy Nation, how are we doing, guys? You know how we feel about Tuesdays around here. Not Mondays, it's Tuesday because it's a beautiful day outside. It's CNFT Tuesday. Let's go, baby. I'm hyped. We got some great people in, and I know you guys should be excited too. Let's go, baby.
Ethan, I'm glad to have you, and so I'm glad to see that you were, I think your mic's a little unsync with your voice here, but your handsomeness is always in sync with your main face there. So it's you're doing well. I'm not sure what's happening with the mic though, so you might want to double check that. But
yeah, I'll take a quick little look at it.
Okay, I think that's a little better though, but that's pretty good. So let's bring on our next person here. He's always on the rise like an escalator. He does the right thing like he rescues haters. He's safe like Tap, cold hair, no cap. Listen to what he says, because I'll test you later. He's the one, the only Tommy from Freedom 35. Welcome to the channel.
Freedom 35, 5. Dude, let's start the show.
Start the show. Real quick, I'd like to bring on Tommy. I'd like to show them your, let's see. If you guys haven't already, be sure to check out Freedom 35. It's their YouTube channel. They've got, I'm sure all their links are on there somewhere, but they run 2 shows mainly through the week, a live stream and a podcast. So they have one of the competing podcasts that I'm competing with on CNFT Tuesdays, but we're always glad to collaborate. It's always good to borrow from his knowledge. And so I'm excited to have you on the show.
Dude, appreciate you having here. I love these Tuesdays. We get to stream Monday, do Tuesday, fresh into the podcast. Wednesday, it's always a good time, but always fun to be over here, guys. Shout out to everybody over in chat, over from the F35 fam.
Yeah, appreciate you being here. All right, so let's bring on our next guest. There's 2 of them here, and if you didn't tell by the thumbnail, they're let's just bring them on. They are all over the place like kids playing ping pong. You might have heard them like a catchy sing song. They're stuck in your head, got collections like a shed. They're about to go bananas like their name was King Kong. They are the one, the only team from Mutants, Mike D, and Rush.
I love it, man.
How are you guys? How are you guys doing?
Yo, how's it going, man?
There we go. Good to have you guys. The Mutants team, of course, we'll get to your projects in a little bit. But first, I just want to kind of go around the horn here and asking what you guys think about the state of the market, what you guys think about Bitcoin being on the rise. Bitcoin's always the rising tide for everything. So, and what's the effects on the Cardano market, then specifically NFTs. But give me guys your thoughts on what Bitcoin's doing right now.
Ooh, somebody want to lead that one off, dude? I'm not the guy to do that. But I know it's up. I I feel like I've heard that we're getting caught potentially in a little bull trap right now. I've also heard some conspiracy theories. This is going on again. My fiance likes to send me all kinds of crazy stuff, but I guess there was a ground. The FAA from the United States, they grounded all planes for what date that was, a couple days ago. And they said that there was ransoms potentially being paid because I guess Canada got hacked, and then there was something in the Philippines, the same kind of situation. So they said that they were paying ransoms out potentially in Bitcoin, and that if we see the price in Bitcoin increase, then we may have a potential that theory was true and Bitcoin has increased, which essentially is trapping everybody to think that there's a little run happening and everybody might be getting caught with their pants down here potentially, but I'm just going to leave that out. I'm not the coin guy, but I'm just throwing that out there. You guys have fun.
Oh man. Well, so let me just two things from there. One, I'm not sure about no ransoms. That sounds kind of interesting. It'd have to be a pretty big ransom to move markets. But two, I feel like, and this is a personal opinion, I'm not sure if you guys want to chime in on this, everyone should be a Bitcoin like watcher, at least not a specialist, but at least watch Bitcoin, because obviously with the rise of Bitcoin, it wrote Cardano and all the other altcoins have risen with it. Cardano was previously at what, 25 cents, and now it's at 36, I would say.
30, yeah, 35.
35, 36,
35 cents, just off the top of my head. And so what does that do for people and the buying traffic of NFTs? What does that do for people holding Cardano? Or do you think you will see more action? Just basically, what's the effects of that on the Cardano market? Maybe I could get some Mike D or St. Rich in your opinions on that.
Rich, you want to take that one, or do you want me to go?
I'll go, bro. I'll go. I personally think that the way the market is coupled, I think the tide flows together. So because of I think the most recent wave or the increase in the prices have been because the Fed has said something about the interest rates being not too high and not too bad. So that's why the market's doing well. I'm not saying that they've completely fought inflation away, but that's why the market's going up. I think that we need to decouple from Bitcoin, because Bitcoin has its own kind of thing in the global economy, whereas Cardano itself has a million other things that it does, and it could do faster than Bitcoin, and Bitcoin's like digital gold. But it's just a matter of how and when and how long do the utilities and the developments come out, and I think we'll see most of it in the next bull run.
Okay, yeah, I think you're right. You need a decoupling. I don't think you'll see it anytime soon. Personal opinion. Mustafa Sells Cars says it'll break 60 cents. He's not the only one there. I saw a few other people in the chat saying, oh, here we go. Yeah, Bitcoin or ADA will crack 60 cents. Do you guys think that's going to happen anytime soon? And I'm going to say soon as this year, or are we going to still see, what kind of levels are we still seeing for ADA in this year, or expecting at least?
I mean, I don't believe we're going to see it anytime this year, at least, but I do totally agree with what Tommy said earlier when he was talking about how we're in like a little trap right now. I thought it was just a great sign to see that inflation had dropped a little bit, at least here in the United States. I'm not sure about the rest of the world. And then I think that was kind of responded with our little pump that we've seen right now. But at the end of the day, I think the majority of us are still on kind of the same wavelength where we expect everything to continue to drop lower.
Really, you're saying things are dropping lower? I'm hearing things. I'm hearing a lot of talk saying the bottom has already been in. We're at this precipice right now, guys. And I want to get to the NFTs, but just really, like, this matters to the price of NFTs and when people invest, is that if people think that the bottom's already out, that means we're headed straight up. That means it's time to invest and invest hard. Mustafa says it's time to sell a car, it's time to sell a car. The bottom's already in. Crawfish saying he doubts it'll get that high. How are you guys preparing? Are you guys preparing like the bottom's already in, or are you guys preparing like there's more bottom to be had?
Dude, that bottom's not in yet. But I'll let Mikey, you guys go ahead on this, because I'm gonna say I do commercial flooring, so we do all kinds of work with builders, developers here. This is down in the United States in Florida. But for us right now, there was a sales call that we were on, and everybody later in this year are prepping for this recession. They're saying at the end of Q4 that we're going to drop into this recession, and builders are prepping for that right now. So when I hear stuff like that from these guys that are way smarter than me when it comes down to this stuff, I don't think that this bottom is in, and I think we are still in for more pain. But there potentially could, like you said, be these little runs that are going to happen depending on where the inflation rates kind of sit. But when I hear stuff like that from these like-minded people, I don't think we're there yet.
Got it. Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with you. Yeah, team from the Mutants, what do you guys think? You guys were going to say something.
Yeah, I was gonna just come in there maybe from a different approach, just thinking just about the recent action when we were at those all-time lows in December, and about how much market was being bought, like between even Bitcoin, Cardano, and etc. So, when you brought up Tommy, you brought up the fact that in Q4 there would be a recession. So I think in the market wants to push forward. People want to buy, and when they see those numbers low, they have no problem scooping it up. Even you're seeing some like heavier money scoop it up. There was like million dollar trades made during those like low times during the holidays. So the question is, if we get back that low, will the bears lose their money in kind of risking that game, and will people buy it up? I think it will depend on like a world scale thing, a world event. If something would happen in the world that would cause our markets to crash, but right now like crypto kind of wants to make that bullish pattern. That's what I think. Definitely not the Bitcoin guy, but I have to say something.
Yeah, I think that's about right. I think that's a fair statement. But here's where we're gonna hit the rubber meets the road. When Bitcoin crosses, or when Bitcoin rises, things start shifting along with it, right? You wanted a decoupling, but it's not going to happen anytime soon, in my opinion. How do you guys, as an NFT project, prep for this? Do you guys plan like news to come out when everything's on the rise? Would you be willing to like push out more news or try to catch that wave of hype and momentum, or is it like business as usual? Do I just keep on keeping on here? What do you guys have plans like that, or do you guys just set a schedule and you don't care what Bitcoin does?
I mean, for us as Muse and NFTs, and I'll speak for the team on this one. We've got our funds sorted for the next 2.5, 3 years. When we minted out, we made sure that we had a good bag so that we could develop as we were going, and know the ebbs and flows of the market, because the market has its own patterns. And obviously, like as we have multiple platforms that we're running, which generates ADA, it would be good to have everything go up, because everything we earn will be worth more. But the current market situation doesn't reflect that, but it doesn't mean that we're not prepared. So as a project, I think it's just good management of funds to be, having that foresight and forethought of how you handle your funds, so that you're essentially a business, you know what I mean? And you're running your business, and you have your war chest so that your business doesn't go under.
So what I'm hearing from you then is saying you have a fund that you've prepared for rainy days, but you're prepared to deploy that fund whenever the market decides to shift, and so you're able to catch that momentum, but you're prepared for all aspects. Is that what I'm basically hearing?
Yeah, man, and it gives us, like utility, and the things that we're building it's not something that's going to get built overnight, whether it be an art upgrade or any of our platforms, and we can talk about that as we progress. It's just that people have given you resources or funding with a certain expectation that you're going to deliver on something that you've said you were, right? And if you haven't managed to allocate it in a way where you were, where you would, sustain yourself in the future, what kind of business or project are you running?
Yeah.
Like it's business management 101 or business development 101. So I think it's the best way to protect yourself from the market or the downturn is to plan ahead and study the patterns,
Yeah, I fully agree with you, especially being in the know for the bigger market. And honestly, I'm going to Reddit and do some sleuthing on the conspiracy theory that Tommy was bringing up. I'm really curious about that. I want to see.
Just saying, dude.
Yeah.
Bro, that's something interesting, especially with crypto, that reinforces like that false narrative of like, false actors are using Bitcoin as like shady, whatever stuff, the various
money laundering, right?
Money laundering and all that stuff, and I think it's true, but they also use fiat more. So I mean, that's just where that's what I think about that one.
I wanted to touch real quick on what St. Rich was saying too, is that when a project mints out, or when they hopefully, when they set their budget for what their mint price is and the allocation of the number of tokens that they're going to be supplying out there, hopefully they built into their budget enough to be able to execute whatever roadmap that they've put out to be able to deliver, like he was saying. So that if we're going to sell 10,000 of these NFTs at set ADA price, we're either converting that into dollars, or we factored that we're paying that in whatever that currency is to be able to execute the plans that we've done. So in the event that cryptocurrency takes a hit, whether it goes up or down, we're okay because we've already budgeted for this amount. So I think in that case, I think that the project, especially nowadays in the NFT market, if you're new or you're launching and you're asking for a certain set amount, you need to be very clear about what it is that you guys are doing, what those funds are being allocated for, and have a business plan, because right now a lot of people are very skeptical with minting into new stuff and if they're able to sustain through this market. So they're going to want to know those questions.
Got it. Cool. Let's get to the speaking of the projects that are launched and are launching. Let's get to mutants here, guys. Mike D, St. Rich, is your first time here. We want to welcome you here. Really glad to have you guys on. I hear your reputation precedes you guys, but for those of us who don't know who you guys are, maybe you guys can give a quick 2-3 sentence synopsis of who you guys are. How'd you guys come into the Cardano space by way of introduction? Maybe Mike D, you could go first.
Me personally, or the project? Just out of curiosity, real quick.
You personally.
Me,
The project.
Yeah, no. How did I get here? Back in 2021. I'm pretty new, but at the same time, I've been enjoying and taking as much as I can in these past couple of years. Came in 2021, was buying some crypto, and I just saw I was a big fan of watching some YouTube guides, following everyone on the space, and then when I saw the NFT game and what people were making and kind of what they were doing, I'm already a kind of a gaming nostalgic collector kind of guy. I'm like, this is it for me. I kind of dove into, I had a lot of Cardano. I heard Cardano NFTs were coming out. I'm like, this is the one to go for. I love Cardano. It's brand new. I like being kind of first in the space and learning about all the NFTs and watching this space grow in this past year.
Oh, so you're brand new. You're like me. You're like last year. Or
That's
20,
it. I started buying.
Not really that new.
So my first CNFT was a mutant, and it was in the end of December. And one of the main reasons why I fell in love with them and the team and everyone that was what they were doing there was just because of the community and how helpful they were. It was amazing to come into a space and be able to talk to people about building wallets, how to protect your assets, what's going to be what are NFTs about. I had a lot of help from people like Rish himself, guys Buzz, Resin down there, huge help in the beginning, and made a lot of friendships and really helped me grow in this space. It's been awesome. A hell of a year and a hell of a ride so far.
Awesome. Yeah, I've plugged into a few communities myself, and they're just everyone's just super helpful and really cool. St. Rich, how about you, man? Who are you? How'd you come into the space? Give me a little bit of a synopsis of what your journey is to coming into crypto.
Man, I initially came into crypto in 2017, and then I made $1,000, and then I left, and I wish I stayed. And I was just like, oh yes, great, this is my trip in Fiji. I'm just gonna pay off for all the Fijian beer and coconuts and everything, and but this time around, this wave. So my background is in business management, and recently I left a job as a business manager for a mental health hospital, and I hold multiple various qualifications in business development, health services, health management, all those kinds of things. So for me, this is the next step in technology, and coming into Cardano itself. I was looking at Bitcoin, I was looking at ETH, and then I looked at Cardano, and I'm like, yeah, this is what aligns with my values of what is happening and where the world wants to go. Because this project or this blockchain is targeting parts of the world that don't have some of the technology at the time that they want, that they need to be able to access some of these services, and the goal is to actually develop it there to help improve that kind of service delivery. But from my NFT journey, I was just looking for ways to actually multiply the ADA I had, because I had a set amount of funds, and I'm like, okay, so if I look at, say, initially I had like 10,000 ADA, and I'm like, okay, how do I make that into 100,000 ADA? And what would be the the smartest place? So I started looking at some NFTs, and then, over time, I became a member. Uh, I found the Crocs, and then found the Mutants team. I mean, and then yeah, it's just I was a mod, and then I became a team member, and here I am.
Okay.
Get over the timeline.
So let me ask you something. Why are you not doxxed? Why are you anonymous?
Because I would actually be like on camera, bro, but I'm actually sick. I've got a sore throat, and
Okay, so people have seen your face. You're around.
yeah. Most people have seen my face. You'll be
Okay.
able to see my face if you go on my Twitter and stuff. It's just that I've got like bad hair, and I've been running on prednisone, and I've been running on an inhaler because my dad was sick, and then and he had bypass surgery, but then like stress and burnout for myself, I got sick afterwards, and then yeah.
Well, we appreciate you being on here. Sometimes whenever people come on the stream, I gotta ask them like, why are you docs? There's got to be something there. But hey, if everyone's seeing you, no problem. I ain't even worried about it. So let's get to the mutants then. What is like? Give me some broad strokes on what the mutants is about. If people don't know, I honestly don't know much about the mutants, and I know there's some very aficionados in the chat. So please don't flame me. But that's why you're on different platforms. Help me to understand what mutants the team is all about. You guys got 3 animals on there. You got 3 different, I guess, branches of your projects here. So yeah, give me like a good synopsis of what you guys are working on.
Yeah, I can take that. So pretty much the mutant team consists of 3 main devs. There's Andy Daniels and Jail Neto. They run the project. They've been building in the background, doing great things for the CNFT space, and that's kind of where the mutants take off. Is like, I wasn't right there at the beginning. I can't say exactly what their thoughts were in October, but I've watched these guys grow over the past year. I've watched what they've said, how they've grown and progressed in the space, and it's all about helping and growing the CNFT space. Whether the project's pretty much built around building utilities in the space, building on the platform, using the skills of an in-house Plutus dev to our advantage in building. First, it was a marketplace, a CNFT marketplace, which is called Epic Art. You could be using that today. It's still up and running. It's good to go. Then we decided to kind of pivot and open up a new horizon to staking rewards. And when we did the staking, we wanted to make it the best it could be, and we thought one of the better ways is to include more projects into it. So when they created that staking platform, they wanted to make sure that other people could be using it. They could create their own tokens. They could kind of they could use our services to help better their project and create more services in their project. And we figure that if we're creating things on Cardano for the whole entire CNFT community, if they want to use it, that will help them better the roadmap and help us progress to what we want to create on this blockchain. And then from there, since, if you go to these sites, Mutant Labs, epic.art, you'll see like the UI is great, it flows, it works. And they wanted to keep building. So then we took the next step and tried doing the raffle system. We created another way, an innovative way to kind of sell and play with NFTs in the market. And it's a big hit right now. People are using it, selling high-end NFTs, trying to get them out there, low-end, whatever it is, floors. It's great. It's just great to see so much going on through it. And seeing all this stuff built and the future of how they want to keep building and creating these platforms to help everyone, I think that's the main goal behind Mutants, the main goal behind that team there.
Yeah, let me pull up the that website here for us.
Oh, dude, your platform's been taking off, guys. I know we haven't got a chance to talk about it over on our side yet, but I know it got very popular with Faha Dukin doing the berry on the thing, and then Fettuccine just did the Rhino Space Bud, and you've got all kinds of crazy stuff. But there's quite some good deals on this platform. The way you guys have got to set this up, and I've been really impressed with the way that this has taken off.
Yeah, I think we're going to come on your show a bit later on in Feb sometime.
Yeah.
Yep. I think we're working at a schedule around that.
Oh, this one's good too.
Oh, 100%, guys. Yeah, Aaron, I wanted to showcase this with you too over here. So essentially, you can really get into DGen mode if you want, because the big thing,
I already
originally you couldn't do this in Ada. I don't believe, right? Ada wasn't an option at the time when it first launched, but now that it is, it's gotten even more popular, right?
Yeah, so originally we made it for tokens, everyone, building their own tokens. We wanted to get more utility use cases out of that. But we wanted to be the first advantage mover on Ada too, and we knew we could do it. We just wanted to make sure it was secure. So I think I would consider our token part of it the beta launch. And once they made sure they had it right and they figured out what was going on, that's when they decided, okay, we're going to open up Ada, because it definitely brought more eyes. It definitely brought more people, interesting people, good and bad. And we had to adapt and make it the best system we could and provide as much, clarity with everyone out there when using it.
Yeah,
hold on, don't mind me, guys. I'm just degenning out real quick.
He's discovering it for the first time over here, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Just know that berry, some of those space buds, they're being won with 1, 2, 3 tickets. So it's out there. You want to get into a project that you've never been in. You find that, blue chip that we're calling them, that you've always wanted. I've seen people take shots and make some big wins. Jelly cubes, the Ape Society, the berry, lots of Ape Societies have been passed out, lots of jelly cubes. It's been great. It's been great to see everyone. And it's always nice to see them come out on Twitter, come out to the Discord and say, yo, look what I won. I love blowing that up. I love seeing it. It's great to see so many people get out there and get lucky.
Yo, I could really just go right into these builds, dude. Honestly, this is one of my favorite projects.
I'm telling you right now, it's dangerous, dude.
We just created a new degen or a nut wall, made them worse.
Yeah, I could easily go
yeah. Oh, he's going in right there. Yeah, he's gonna lose all his Ada and raffles.
Yo,
right
good
there.
luck.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
well, like you said,
this is sweet, man. Why doesn't more place have this? What the heck?
So when you're using it, and the great part about the website is if you go to the top, it's raffles, but you can access your staking from there. You can access your rewards. You probably won't have an account, but if you go up to the top right hand corner, you'll have a profile. You can link your Discord, you can link your Twitter, and then there's a reward section. And the beauty thing about when you use our platform, unfortunately you can't see it, I wish I could show you mine, but it's a real live ticker. It's always nice to see your tokens or whatever the heck you got in there accumulating over time, per second, per minute, being like, oh buddy, it's coming. And that's my favorite. I love watching my mutant grow. I have I almost have all of them. I have Rune, Mingo. What else do I have? I have a bunch of stuff there. Oh, my Moai. I have a bunch of projects that use.
Yeah, I could easily drop in a couple 1,000 Ada in here. It's I want that.
Aaron, that's just the raffle platforms. Scroll up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
And then
right.
click on staking.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then all of these projects are using our staking services. So if you hold any of these projects and you're staking with us, under that tab that you had on the right with your user with your address, you could stake your mallard or whatever, and you'll see your rewards accumulating.
All right, so how do I stake my mallards?
Wait, you haven't had your mallard stake this whole time?
Oh,
no, bro.
What?
He didn't know about it.
Oh, no.
Oh, I messed up. Okay, I already can tell I messed up. What did I do?
Okay, so select your 3 mallards.
Okay.
All right, now stake 3 NFTs. It's
Yeah,
it's
in
on
your invitation, get them all in there.
Honestly, I like when people offer me stuff for my mallard order. I get offers all the time. It makes me feel. like the hot girl at school. So like,
That's hilarious.
okay,
You
what do
can
I say?
unstake, you can do whatever. It's real lifetime. No, as soon as you put it in, put it on the smart contract, you start earning rewards. If you want to move it, decide to do something else with it, sign it again, and it comes right back into your wallet. No problems.
Done, guys, done.
And we're actually updating our staking services to include non-custodial coming up soon. So you can have the option. You can either have it on smart contract, non-custodial, it'll be in your wallet. So if people want to look in your wallet, it'll still be staked that way too. Just upcoming announcements coming up.
Let me share the screen here, Tommy. Do you think you could share your screen and show us what you got?
I was going to show you. So once you've got them all, everything staked, I was just using my mallards as an example. After you've got that done, there's this nice little tab up there near your address on your rewards. And then you can come over here and look at how much stuff you've claimed, and you can see it accruing in live in time, tells you how much you earn per day. And then when you're ready to, you can claim it and sign your transaction. It goes in there. You don't have to unstake, and then it continues to accrue again. Sorry,
I'm so new, right? So like, what do you claim? What is it?
My rune token. So by staking my mallards right now, they're earning 198, just mine personally, what I've got, 198 rune per day. So each day I'm getting that much rune, and then whenever I want, I can go ahead and claim that. And then again, I don't need to unstake anything. It just allows it to continue to keep going back. So whenever, like mallards for their last relic sale, I think it was 355 rune. I needed to go ahead and claim some of that to be able to get that so I can mint my relic. So that's the point of staking your stuff over here, to earn these tokens on these things to be able to put back into the economies of whatever these projects are.
Totally understand. I fully understand the concept and staking. I just didn't realize. I mean, there's something that I saw on Twitter. I was like, yeah, mallards are now staking. I'm like, all right, cool. And then I just kept on moving. I just like having the NFTs. I'm not, I'm just degen. I just buy this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. I just buy it. But good utility, adding to value to a whole bunch of different projects. That's really awesome.
Chain. That's all on chain. The whole staking mechanism is on chain, meaning that the reward distribution can be based on the traits that you have on your mallard, its rarity, all of those things. And then, as Mike said, the next thing we're going to be dropping is non-custodial staking. We've already got 5 big projects lined up with that because it's a request that a few projects had, and it should be coming out hopefully in the next month and a half or so. And it's just it's just enhancing the system so that we have our labs platform being a holistic platform. Raffles in itself has been through so many different iterations and improvements to the point where it is an extremely stable, really well-rounded, solid working product. I mean, Fahadukan raffled off a berry for like, I don't know, man, like 80,000 ADA on there. And and it was a very popular raffle. And I think Fettuccine's been doing another raffle. And getting, it when it first came out, it was like, oh crap, there's a raffle platform, everybody's like liking it. But now we're getting the names to come and use this platform. So it's actually quite cool to see its natural growth over time. And that's where I think our community's been really good as well in sharing and demonstrating raffles and all of that, because we've had some other projects that have basically tried to copy our roadmap of raffles or staking, but then raffles is a very difficult thing to build. It was like building basically a DEX, because you have to account for various different tokens, not just ADA or not just the mutant token. You have to have society. We have like Rune on there, and then onboarding those projects. So there's like a whole mechanism behind it. And so our Plutus dev is just this dude, man. He's a beast. He's like probably one of the most underrated Plutus devs on space.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm glad to see. I think CNFT BTC is raffling off that gold duck, so that's cool to see. A lot of action on there, so I'm liking that. Look, I got to ask you guys something. All right, you already told me that when you guys are preparing to deploy capital, you already told me that when the market moves up, you're gonna ride the wave of hype, and you got things to show and action to move. What's the next most exciting thing for you guys? What is it that is really gearing you guys up and getting you guys excited? And I'm just curious to see what your guys' next move is in space.
So our popular move that many people know about is that we are not going to be doing anything in the future with ADA, essentially. And what I mean is that because we've got funds sorted, our next burn will be fusion of 2 of our NFTs, essentially, to give you a new NFT that will likely increase your rewards in terms of mutant. It will cost a bit of mutant as well at the time of the burn. None of that will happen in ADA. And then that will be a customizable NFT that you can basically purchase traits for and make it your own, and think of the partnerships and the relationships and everything else that can be built around that. That is our next move, and it has been officially announced. It's been working in the background, but the other thing is that we are developing other utilities and other mechanisms, because there's so much, so many ideas and so many things. But the goal for us is to have this done by the end of Q1.
Well,
And
I'm seeing that move, right? And I heard about that actually. But what is then the next best utility that for you guys to develop? I don't understand. You've got a fantastic raffles and staking platform. What would be the next best utility for you guys to develop?
Well, I think moving forward with these, there's going to be a couple utilities coming along with this burn. I think what it's going to be is going to be a big benefit to the Mutant community holding these as how can I say this? So you're going to be able to burn your art, get new art, and then see your old art in the metadata itself. So that is a kind of advancement. I guess it's not really the utility, but I think I see this as an advancement in the space, something to do, knowing that, when you have a project and you're building on that project, your team's building, and maybe we need to catch up with the times, whether it be art, whether it be utility, whatever it is, we can build it. So that's the first thing. Moving with that art upgrade, you'll be able to then use your mutant tokens in a more strategical way, because we're planning to have a fully customizable trait shop. So you'll be able to grab traits on your mutant and buy and sell traits to your mutant on your NFT in the mutant token. So it's adding a lot of more utility to the token, and when you're buying and selling these traits, they could be rare traits, floor traits, but the traits might I'm pretty sure include like the staking rate or something like that, which can increase your staking rate down the road. So we think by building this platform and adding on, since people wanted to see, I think, some sort of upgrade to the art, and I think the team kind of took that and we're going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone type deal, and we're going to bring that utility with the art. Yeah.
So just to add to that, that burn means that we'll be having a supply reduction. It also means that our token will be used as another, because we're trying to add more utility to our token, as another mechanism, so that we can actually, our holders using the token feel good and comfortable that we're actually doing something with it. It also cuts our supply quite a bit for our NFTs. It will bring our collection down from 16,000. The other goal is that we are working in the background to develop more utilities for our tokens that, I can't explicitly say what it is, but there's like at least 4 or 5 things on the go right now and it's so that we have our whole ecosystem and everything is running without the reliance of ADA, because we want the token to be like, one mutant token equals one mutant token, and we don't have a liquidity. We didn't set up the liquidity pool on MinSwap. Someone in the community did, and it's doing its thing.
So are you saying that your future utilities, these 4 or 5 utilities, that's a lot, right? That almost seems like unrealistic on it, honestly. It's just like 5 utility added to your project, and then it being accessed by mutant tokens, right? That's pretty standard. Seems like you could only use that with the mutant tokens. What's the one that you don't really, that's like the worst one out of the 5, right? Like, you save your best for like your big reveals, but what's like the one that you don't think it, I mean, it doesn't make sense to have 5, right? So just give me the smallest one.
I've pretty much said the one that the main one. I've said one of the main ones, which is the customizable NFTs with the trade shop, and it's all on chain, and it means that we can have brand partnerships, we can have partnerships with projects, and a whole bunch of stuff around that, and with additional token distribution for those NFTs. What I will say to you is that it may sound a bit unrealistic, but in the last year, we've developed Epoch Art, which is a full-blown Cardano marketplace. And then we were the first to develop and release staking, which was in March. And then that staking went to other projects, and we started offering it as a service. And then we developed raffles. And then we started, raffles took off, and we're the primary raffle provider on Cardano, and the most well-renowned. And Mutant Labs is the third. It's the third highest foot trafficked website on DApp Radar, after JPEG Store and MinSwap. So all of these things happened since the Mutant NFTs launched in 2021, October. So what I'm saying is that
you've already developed like some amazing things. Like, what could possibly top that? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is it that is gonna, like, don't let me down? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm hype about this raffle thing. I'm liking what I see in here. Obviously, I missed the boat here, and everyone's like, Aaron, you need to, this is a noob, right? But what is it that could possibly even? I don't think anything can top that. So, what could possibly top that?
I don't think our goal is to top it. Our goal is to enhance our ecosystem. So if there's no point in me saying that, because you can say, oh crap, raffles is amazing and it's the best thing out there, but then I could say that staking is equally as important, because it gives you the token and to use that in the ecosystem.
Just a different angle of it.
Yeah, exactly. So then our next phase, and going into the next phase, is how do we and what do we create that could bolster not just our services, but as with the utilities that we have released, they've supported other projects and enhanced other projects. What's the next utilities that's either going to be exclusive and good to us, i.e. the customizable NFTs and the trade shop, or so and so that's on the list that I can't say, but how
the game?
That
is it the game? They said it's on the list. It's a game, right?
The game is common knowledge.
Okay.
The game is common knowledge, but like I said, we need these things in place so that the game can happen. You know what I mean? Like there's no point in having something when you don't have all the pieces in place to make it complete.
Bro, one thing I say on my channel is I'm lizard brain. Like, I don't understand big concepts here. You got to speak to me like I'm a third grader here. So like, what piece do you need in place here?
I personally can't answer that. That's up to the team when they want to release that announcement on, see, the thing about this space is, like, we're building, we've done what we can, and you're kind of right. Like, we've built some amazing things. How do you top it? I think the idea is to we've proven our worth as a building project,
Yeah.
and we have things coming up in the background. And instead of like kind of dropping everything to everyone so someone could maybe pick up the next idea and build it, try to get, like, we have so much on our plate, the team has so much on their plate, we're not trying to just drop everything we're going to do in this next year and then have someone build it like kind of right beside us and then have to compete and contend with all that. So we want to do it step by step, put it out there, and by doing this, you're seeing everything we're creating. And when people come in, there's the suggestion channels there for a reason. If the team is constantly looking to improve, constantly looking to accept new feedback, accept new advice, and that's how we're going to build up the community, like, and how we build up the CNFT community. Use the everyone around us, the projects around us, and create these new utilities. And I know we keep kind of saying that, kind of repeating it, but it's kind of like what we built before is going to put us into the future.
You know what? I totally understand. I hope you don't mind me applying the pressure and the fire because
of course.
I think you knew what I was doing, Fable Ortiz. I think it's very clear. I just want to see. I don't want to know. You guys are doing amazing stuff. I'm fully aware of of all your major accomplishments. Not probably every granular detail, but like I said, your reputation precedes you guys. You're just a fantastic team. I can't wait to see more of this stuff. I mean. And I hope you didn't mind the pressure. I really try to get it out of you guys, and you guys are locked tight, dude.
No, I wish I could get more.
I think Mike and I I think I know a bit more than Mike on what's going on in the background. No disrespect, Mike.
No, it's completely understandable.
I want to tell you, but I think it's better that we show you. You know what I mean? And building and showing takes a bit of time.
So you can't tell me you can't do anything. I fully respect it. You don't have to, but can you give a hint?
Give him the alpha, Rish. Come on, I'm feeling bad right now.
I hear everything you're saying right now, but yeah, just anyway, what are you doing?
You put me on the spot like that. You put a sick
No,
man
dude,
on the
don't
spot
say
like
it. Don't
that.
you don't have to listen to him.
You don't have to.
Shut that down, dude.
I think I've given enough information in terms of the whole customizable NFTs and what that's gonna do, because that's gonna be all fully on chain, like and with that, man, that's gonna just, you can buy and sell traits in the mutant token, those kinds of things, you know.
Looking forward to it, guys.
There was something. There you go.
I think
a little something.
You know what you're saying, you build all these things, and I think it's a nice kind of change up doing this art. It might not be the biggest utility, but like I can tell you the stuff's really clean. It's like, people talk about it, there's this big debate on the CNFT community now, is like, what is it? Is it art? Is it utility? Figure it out. Tell me what your project is. And we've kind of, we're doing our thing, trying to master what we have. So let's go into the new area. Let's take over some art. We want to see people rocking these new NFT pictures proudly. You can see I'm rocking one of my rarest Crocs in the background, my naked one right there. It's my favorite. But anyways, that new art is going to be able, like, I want to see it all over Twitter. I want to see it on Discord. I want people to enjoy it. I would like, right now people are buying stuff because they're like, okay, I can get token, I can use raffles, I can game with the team. It would be really nice to see the community just being like, man, I just want this to rep it. That's it. Just to rock it around. This is a cool NFT. And I'm telling you, when the new art comes, you're going to enjoy it. And then you're going to be like, shit, this trade shop is amazing. Sorry if I swear, but
it's all good.
Yeah, okay. But like, this is amazing. Like, everyone like, the NFTs are getting a little high in price. They are, and for the average Joe, it would be great if you could buy onto the floor, save up a little mutant, and then buy the crown you always wanted, the trait you've always wanted, and then earn with it. Like, I think it's a really innovative way to add on to something we don't have, since we have so much utility.
Yeah, absolutely. And it adds to like what the ethic is for NFTs. It's like this, hey, you want to be able to connect with what you own. Like, these NFTs are in some sense an extension or a reflection of you. This is why I buy like cowboy hat NFTs. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Yeah.
it's you kind of see yourself, like that's why people put it as PFPs. So I fully understand. And I'm looking forward to more information, more news on the ability to customize and buy your own traits and all that kind of stuff, and use Mutant Coin as a vehicle for that. But since you guys are new to the channel, I need to introduce you guys to what I think is the very best play to earn concepts on YouTube. And I run games on here. And today, the team from Mutants, the NFTs, they were very generous in offering 500 mutant coin to you guys. I write those right, and that will be split up between 2 winners, 250 apiece. Is that about right, Mike B?
Yeah, sounds like a deal.
Good deal. And so
good luck.
Very generous with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a picture on the screen. Okay. If anyone in the chat says it first, you get it. If you guys in the Tommy, Warden, Rish, Mike D, if you guys guess it first, you guys get to pick who in the chat was most active, or had the best questions or whatever, and you guys can pick who wins that. We'll play 2 games. We might, if we have time, we'll play 3. I'll throw in a thing for that too. So this one is, here's the category: life choices. Okay, life choices. Here we go. Ready?
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man?
No.
No, eating clean. Eating broccoli. Eat your vegetables.
Eat your greens.
Yeah.
That
healthy
I'm trying
diet.
not to demonetize myself with this drawing.
Bro, you're getting real. Stop.
Pac-Man.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
I'm trying not to demonetize myself with this freaking drawing. Okay.
You need to think about that.
Okay.
I think you should give it to the guy that wrote drinking as the answer.
Oh man.
Oh, right here.
I don't know if that different position helps, but
sorry.
Oh, vegetarian.
Vegetarian. He's not the winner though. Hold on, it went back.
Negation?
I was concentrating on vegetable, not vegan. It's vegetarian. So did anyone get it before Stregohart?
Yeah, a couple people did.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Jiyun
He's-
is the first one.
He was focused on that drawing, bro. Oh man.
Well, I could have swore it was a Pac-Man though.
Did
Right,
any?
that started that way.
You really chose our one.
It
Oh
started
my
to turn a
gosh.
little After Dark
I'm just
action
trying not to get
after that.
demonetized, guys. I think it's Jiyun.
Well,
Yeah, that's how it
I'm
looks
not
in the research
surprised.
chat.
Huge mutant supporter too, right there.
Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's it. So I'm gonna put Jiyun for right now. And
I'll look back
if
now.
someone wants to say that it's someone else, I'd be
What
willing
was
to
the
look back
answer?
in the
Is
receipt.
vegetarian?
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a vegetarian. Yeah, that's the that is it. And it's not like something nasty or anything. So that's good. All right, that's the first one. So be sure to connect with Mike D for your winnings, and then my art. Yeah, golly, Aaron's art should be made into an NFT collection. Yeah, for sure. Let's do. Okay, I got another one. Here we go. This one is what's this? What's the category? Work. Okay. Here we go.
I have no idea.
Bro, I'm trying to figure this out over here. Where are we going with this?
Those categories are always so misleading.
Work, huh? Is that a car? What do you?
This guy working out?
Oh crap. I'm realizing this is a terrible drawing of what I'm trying. Cubicle. Cubicle. He got it. He got it.
Oh my! Cubicle.
Oh,
I did that.
Wow.
Genius.
Cubicle.
Dude, you guys are good, dude. Pango the.
Oh, he's from the
Wow!
future.
Wow! I just saw it too.
From the
That's
future.
great.
Wow.
Yeah.
Isn't that good?
So, who was that? Pango. Okay.
Pango. I don't recognize that name. Is he from? Are you from Mutants? Where are you from?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Someone said
Good deal.
off.
So, yeah,
Sorry,
Be sure to reach out to Mike D and the team. That was too fast, man. See, I got. Look, I'm gonna start giving out. Something. What can I give away?
Aaron, you got to beat us.
You play Nation?
Hold on. Hey Tommy,
play
how
what?
much have you given away so far on your stream?
this year?
Yeah. I'll double it right now.
Oh man.
Oh, it's a red flower. Okay, I know.
I don't know what we gave. Who do we have on the first week? We had Yummy on. So we had 50,000 Yummy plus an OG Naru, which was 850 ADA. We had a Spoopy Naru on the first giveaway. We had 2 Space Otters yesterday, plus a bunch of whitelist spots for Gophers. So like 2,000 ADA.
2,000 ADA.
Yeah, double
Dang,
it.
you've been giving out, guys. Check out Freedom 35. If you guys really want to make some money, go to Freedom 35 and check out their channel. Check out their channel. Okay, let me see. Is there something that I could give away on? Hold on, wait. Let me see. I want to give it away. I want to give it all away, but Tommy's making it very difficult for me, guys.
I told you, bro. We did the 2 invitation letters plus a Mallard from the Mallard team, and we had them on. That was an insane amount.
You did an invitation letter?
That's crazy.
2 invitation letters.
What's wrong
in
with
one
you?
night plus a Mallard. That was all shout out to Demosthenes when he came on, but insane giveaway.
Definitely can't miss those faces.
All right, so let me look it up. Let me look up something.
Is that who won, J Hub? Oh
If
wow.
Mutant Force is under 1,000, I'll buy a mutant right now.
Someone to sweep the floor, buddy.
Oh, geez, Louise.
Yo, but you got to check the Crocs. If you get one, maybe I'll trade you a cowboy hat with whatever Croc you buy, because you got to have a cowboy hat Croc.
That guy right there. I need a cowboy hat Croc.
Like that.
You do.
All right, yeah, I'll buy it, but I don't want to give it away.
No, so what you got to buy 2 to burn them, and then you got to buy 1 to give away. You know, it's only 3. It's only 3K ADA, whatever.
Oh my gosh, I need to transfer more ADA in my wallet. Golly.
That's awesome.
Good man,
You like that one, eh?
Look, all right, I just bought it. Okay, sight unseen. I just bought. Why? Because it's got a cowboy hat. Okay.
Mutant Mothbit, baby. Welcome.
Look, I did 0 research, but I like you guys. Can I at least get some kind of hint for what you guys got coming up?
Are you? You're it. Oh, go.
Oh, just gonna say, if you stake your croc, and then after 7 days, anything you raffle, any fees or anything will go down from 5% to 2%.
Okay, that sounds good.
On the platform. So there's that benefit. Oh man, all I can say, yeah.
Doesn't it have anything to do with helping influencers, helping people that use social media platforms?
Oh man,
no. Okay, then okay, whatever. I don't know. I'll just play that.
He wants to say something. I'm interested now. I heard social media influencer. Let's
yeah,
go.
I think that's it. I think that's the alpha right there, and let's just leave it.
That's enough of the meat. Yeah, Mike. Okay, that was a good one. Yeah, I'll give you that one.
I'm gonna get in so much trouble. Sorry, fuck. I mean, shit.
Even better.
You can't
Very
take this guy
interesting.
anywhere, you know. You can't take this guy anywhere with this.
No, man. Oh man.
Look, guys, we did it. Cowboys, we did it. We got a little more alpha. I think that's the first. I think that's at least a break right there. It only cost me. It only cost me 1,000 ADA, which is great.
Exactly.
Sorry, guys. I don't give out the cowboy hats. I keep them for my personal collection. I like those, but I'll have to double up next week or something like that. I got to catch up to Tommy here. Tommy's making some good progress with giving it away. Guys, that's our time here. 59 minutes. I really appreciate you guys. If you guys are interested in mutants and you don't know anything about them, be sure to check out. All the links are down in the description below. Check out Warden and his Twitter account. Tommy, of course, he rolls with a crew there. Some of my best friends in the space, and so check them out. They all got their own Twitter handles. Everything's down below with the YouTube and stuff like that. And check them out Mondays and Fridays specifically. And I think we set a schedule every third Tuesday of the month. Tommy will be coming on and hopping on the show, and hopefully I could get him in more. And maybe here's some alpha. Maybe we could get him into other places like that I'm on, like other live streams. So we'll see about that. That's in the work. I don't want to make any promises, but I know the people there.
Pressure, right?
Yeah, no pressure, right? And of course, thank you to our stellar guests here from the Mutant team. And most importantly, I want to thank everyone in the stream right now, or everyone in the chat. You guys are the real heroes and the real stars of the show. So we're just super glad that you guys are giving us the time of day. Do you guys have any parting thoughts or words for us, guys?
Yeah.
Go Rich. Go Rich. Okay. Thank you for having us. Really appreciate this. It was great being on here, talking to you guys. Love to do it again. Thank you for the audience that came out. And Mutant Mafia, baby. Mutant Mafia.
Got it. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, guys, have a great night, and we'll see you guys in the next stream.
Oh, hold on, Aaron. Don't shut it down. Don't shut it down.
Oh.
Make sure to hit that like button and that subscribe if you guys have not already done that right now. Before you guys leave, that button, it's free to do, guys. Make sure you do it.
We work hard.
We're looking for new people, guys. We're looking for some more people. So make sure you guys drop some comments. Let us know on Twitter. We want to have some more people on, so let us know, guys.
Well said. Couldn't have said it better myself. We'll see you guys.